Hello. Today's the day we have some big fun in our lecture. Let's tell some jokes and laugh. Henny Youngman was a comedian in the clubs of New York City and was known as the king of the one-liners. That's a short joke for the uninitiated. His most famous joke was, "Take my wife, please." You may or may not think that joke funny. Some people object to it because it makes fun of his wife. Jay Leno, the longtime host of The Tonight Show, is quoted as saying he never told a joke about his wife Mavis because he loved her and did not ever want to demean her in any way, so he just avoided the issue. The truth of the matter is, most, if not all jokes, demean someone or something. That's why you have to be very careful if you choose to use a joke, even in a speech to entertain. Here's another example. A horse goes into a bar. The bartender says, "Why the long face?" Wait for it. Who's being demeaned? The horse, of course, even if the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. But this joke is probably a little less offensive to most people than the one about someone's spouse. So, how do you build a speech to entertain? Start with selecting your topic, minding the structure of the speech, choosing the language to be used, and engaging some effective techniques that may be helpful. In terms of the topic, there are any number to choose from. I would suggest avoiding some obvious ones like famine, death, war, and the like, but otherwise, treatment may be more important than topic. Think of the plethora of topics that the late-night TV shows and YouTube videos use, from buying cell phones to exercising at home. At the risk of stating the obvious, a speech to entertain will have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Since we are entertaining, I prefer to call them the opening act, the feature, and the finale. Booga booga! In the opening act, don't be afraid to go big. Be loud. Be outrageous. Or not. Walk up to the podium with toilet paper streaming from your shoe. That's funny. Either way, you've captured attention and set the stage for your featured remarks. Your featured remarks need to have a message, preferably one that can be reduced to one sentence, a key idea, if you will. Build your remarks, your examples, your stories to support the message. Let's pick a topic and walk through a little bit of this. How about hoarding is bad in a pandemic? Can you think of a product that Americans might hoard in a pandemic that could be treated in an entertaining way? Let's see, how about potato chips? No. Ketchup? No. I've got it. Toilet paper. Hoarding toilet paper is inherently funny. Yet, it is a common experience that everyone has shared. I bet you already have a story that illustrates the point that hoarding is bad in a pandemic. Either you have experienced it yourself or you heard it from someone else. How about a word play to supplement your story? Something with tush. Can you work it out? Maybe even a joke if you use yourself as the brunt of it. It's always safe to poke fun at yourself. That's essentially what you did if you did the toilet paper thing on your shoe in your opening act. Now the pressure's on. You've got to come up with a finale. You want this to end well. If you're on the edge of your seat right now, sit back, relax, don't push. I'm not going to give away my finale. It's just too good, and I may want to use it later in my own speech to entertain. Okay, let's review. Speeches to entertain should be fun, but speeches to entertain also should contain a message. The three parts of a speech to entertain are the opening act, the feature, and the finale. In the next lecture, we will discuss some of the opportunities you might have to demonstrate your skills and abilities to inform, persuade, and/or entertain audiences through public speaking.